All right, awesome. Now, so we're talking about the talking stage. What's the talking stage about? What's it about, really? What's the talking stage about? What's the talking stage about? You know that point where boy meets girl, and then people be like, "Oh, so I like you, you like me. What's up? What next?" And all of those things. Is that stage that we want to talk about? A number of time, if a relationship will work, you get to know from the talking stage. It depends on what you have agreed on when you both were still liking each other, when at the point of saying yes. Also, what did you see in this person that makes you say, "Oh, I can work with this person," or better still, "I want to be with this person," or "I'm seeing the future with this person"? It is at that stop talking stage that we get to do that point. At the talking stage. Now, a lot of things happen at the talking stage. Some relationship move forward and others will just die natural death. Other times, it's just people just ghost you at the talking stage. But then, how do we navigate? How do we go through talking stage in the sense that, oh, I know this relationship is for me, or better still, I don't want it. I don't want to move. I just want to run. I don't want to stay with this guy. It is also at the talking stage you realize that, oh, there are plenty red flags that you see, and then, nah, I'm not doing this. I read something on the internet this evening, just this evening as I was preparing, and somebody says, "Oh, I ran away from a divorcee because of this, because of that." She says, "Oh, he's overly clean. He changes towels every day, he changes bed sheets every day. All the rooms in the house has to be very clean before, he will even go to inspect all of these places and all." And she said, oh, she couldn't cope, and that was why she left. And a lot of people at the comment section was like, "Oh, why did you leave? Oh, you could stay. Just bear with him. Ah, it took you too long," and all of those things. Now, that's what we want to talk about. What are the things to identify in order to be able to say, yes, this relationship is for me or not? Right. Okay, welcome, welcome. I'm saying my friend, welcome, right? So we'll just go quickly. So, what is the talking stage? I already mentioned. Is that stage where you get to know someone, and is that stage where you're sure if what the person is saying about themselves interest you or not. It's also when you know if you like them, if you're willing to learn more about this person. And the main purpose generally is to know someone and assess whether or not you should have a long-term relationship with them. It is at this point that you want to know. It is at this point you want to be sure, should I carry my load? Should I run away? It is at this point. It is also at this point you will know, shaking Bebata Kinsalo. Yes, I've had an opportunity with a lady I was counseling, and she comes back to me. Our introduction is the following Saturday, and she said, "Oh, this guy slapped me." And he said he just really wanted to know how I will react if I'm angry. He wanted to know if I have temper issues, anger issues, and all of those things. "Oh, what should I do?" And I'm like, "What should you do? What do you think you would do?" She said, "Oh, that she had already suspected that he's been beating her sometimes, but this time around, just felt, oh, since our wedding was close by, why would you still do it?" And all. We're still even talking about it. The guy just called her home. "Why are you?" All of those things. And guess what? The lady said, "Mokoba Tamotalo," she said it in Yoruba that I took my slippers and I ran away. Yeah. So it's also at the talking stage you get to know if somebody is for you or not. Right. Now let's look at some funny moments. Funny moments. Has this ever happened to you before, or you've ever experienced it, where you've been with this person, you've been with this person for a while, right? And the talking stage is getting to the other point where conversation, and you ask that person, please, he's not saying anything. You're not saying anything, but he's taking you out. You're always at the cinemas together. You're at some programs together. Everybody sees you together. I'm saying because it actually happened to me, right? And nobody's willing to say, "Guy, who are we or what are we?" A lot of people have been lost in that process where you say, "Oh, nobody asked each other out. It just happened, and then we moved like that." Sometimes you need to be able to ask yourself, like, what are we? So that we don't waste each other's time. Who are we? What are we? Are you in or not? Because if you do not ask that certain question, guess what? The person that you think is your bestie may have another bestie, right? The person may have another person they are eyeing. So it is important that you say, who are we or what are we? Are we an Olympic Games? Let me know now. Also, this also happens to a lot of people, the texting strategy, where people will agonize over how long to wait before responding to text. When somebody is asking you out, you now see the text and you're like, I will not answer now, so that it doesn't look like, hey, I'm very quick to respond. You seem to chill, but then you're constantly checking your phone if this person has texted again and all of those things. All of these happen at talking stage where you're like, I don't want to be the first person to text back. I don't want to be the last person to say yes, or I don't want to be the last person to end the chat. All of these things happen. Then the overanalyzing game, that point where you are liking somebody or somebody is liking you, right? And the person sends an emoji. You're taking note of their status, you're looking at it. Why is this person putting love on their status? Or why is this person putting anger on their status? You are overanalyzing things, looking at it deeply to say, is this person in love with me or not? You're really looking at it that, is this person giving green light or not? Another one, like I would say, is the oops, what was that for? Sometimes where some people will send a text to see if you are paying attention. You are asking them questions. Oh, what do you like about me? Or let's go to this place, let's go to that place. And the person did not respond. Guess what? The person did not respond, right? But then you now send a wrong chat and say, sorry, the message is not for you, just to be able to check if they are online or not. A lot of this happen a lot. Yeah. Also the playlist one, where you just really all songs banging to you, especially love songs. You're looking at it and saying, when the person says I like this song, you're looking at it, why does this person like this song? All of those things. Then you're following them on social media, see who they like, what they do, and all of that. Interesting, fantastic. But beyond all of this, it's important to be sure that this person is for you, or that person has you in mind, right? The transition from good morning, you're still at the top, and good morning just goes to, babe, how are you? Babe, all of these things. It's important that you take note. Also, be very sure that you're not carried away in all of this process. Right. Okay. Now, what are the rules in talking stages? There are rules. There are rules that you need to be take cognizance of. You need to be sure that I am clearly making use or maximizing the talking stage. Number one, you have to be clear about your communication. If you like this person, let them know you like them. Especially guys, let them understand you like them. Don't speak in parables. Don't speak in funny ways that the other person do not get it. Talk about things, to know each other, and open up. Try to figure out if the two of you are on the same page in terms of liking it. One person might like the other more, and vice versa. But it's important you communicate. Let that person know that this is what I like about you, or this is what I do not like about you, and all of those things. It's important you are on the same page. It's a rule in the talking stage. Open up open up, but there's a side balance to that open up thing that I will explain further as we continue. But it is important that you be clear about what you want and what you do not want in talking stage. Don't overlook anything. Don't do oversight. A lot of people have overlooked some certain issues and say, oh no, I can make do of this, I can manage this. But anything you overlook now, whatever that is a challenge now in your relationship in the talking stage, guess what, is going to amplify in the marriage. It's going to be a big problem in the marriage, right? It's going to be a big problem. Some people have said, oh, his shoe smells, is when he removes his shoe it smells, but I think I can overlook it. When we get married, I'm going to figure out what I will do about it. Guess what, by the time they get married, because you're in your house, or it's only the certain days when you meet that you get to know that the shoe smells, right? Now you're going to be sleeping on the same bed, the same sitting room, the same bedroom, and then the shoe rack will practically be in your front like this. And then you'll be like, oh, I can clean this one, I can clean this one. But what of the days that you become so tired and then you realize that you have to live with all these things? So it's important that you let people know what you are not okay with in the relationship. I'm not okay with this one, I'm okay with this one. What are the things you can work on? It has to happen even at the talking stage, not even at the relationship. It has to happen at the talking stage. Let's work on it together. When I see that you are really taking steps to work on it, then I can say yes or I can say no. You get me? Number two, let there be healthy boundaries. Maybe the timing isn't right for relationship, but let there be healthy boundaries. The fact that you like someone does not mean that there shouldn't be boundaries. There should be boundaries even between husband and wife. People in relationship as well, there should be boundaries, healthy boundaries. I don't like when I'm doing this and you do this. Oh, I like this, I do not like this. Or when I'm on the call, you signal to me or something. There should be boundaries, because when people overstep your boundaries, sometimes you may not be able to say, explain, or be able to complain. But when you have opened up to say, this is what I do not like, this is what I like, when it comes to boundaries, the person will respect it and know that, oh, I cannot take this, I can take this. Number three, your energy level must match. Is important. You are the one that is always chatting and the person is not chatting you back. Come on, it doesn't match, right? You are the one always putting a call through, and the person tells you, I'm very busy, I'm very busy. Everything in life is priority. If they don't have time for you, guess what? They have time for other things, right? So don't let anybody put you at the edge, don't let anybody put you at the back burner because of talking stage, right? So if the person is not matching your energy, you know that, guy, stay your own, girl, let me stay my own, and all of those things. Don't fall into the trap of, oh, it's going to change just because he's working abroad, oh, the time zone difference and all. I remember those times when we were doing MTN extra code. I mean, Gen Z may not know now, but there was something called MTN extra cool that time. People will literally stay up all night to make calls to their loved ones just because it was free, right? So even if it's a long distance relationship, when that person is free, they should be able to reach out. It's important that they are able to reach out, right? um Another rule is, don't think about the future too much, because you're still at the talking stage. Even though you like their features, is tall, is dark, is handsome, is this and that, it matches everything you want in a man or in a woman. If you are still at the talking stage, try just be in the present so that you'll be able to see what you need to see and not miss out by looking at all the other things, so that you're not thinking, oh, we're going to do our wedding in civic center, we're going to travel abroad to do this and all of that. They are fine, they are beautiful, honestly. But when you take too much time fantasizing about wedding plans, when the person has not even told you, yes, I want to be with you, a lot of guys do that. And by the time the girl says no, it becomes, oh, but I was already planning our trip to Miami, I was already planning our trip to Dubai, and all of those things. Well, it's important. It's a rule. Don't think about the future too much if you have not gotten a green light, if the person has not told you yes, if the person is not serious about you. Don't think about the future too much. Number five, learn to opt out if the energy does not match. I've said that before. Learn to opt out if the energy does not match. So a number of times, there are some benefits you're getting from the talking stage, right? The guy is nice, he takes you to work, even though you have not said yes. The girl is nice, she brings food for you, she's been there, she's your friend, she's giving support, she's giving succor and all of those things. Fantastic, beautiful. But the moment you know that, you spot something that you do not like, this guy does not brush his teeth for days, oh, this guy does not bath for days, this one and all of that, you have seen it. Say or learn to quickly opt out. Tell the person, sorry, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship. The issue sometimes, the way some ladies say that they're not interested in a relationship, the guy can even kill themselves, right? Or the lady can even kill themselves because of the way a lot of people say they are not ready, right? So learn to be polite about it, but kindly opt out. Kindly opt out so that by the time you get too involved in the relationship or in the talking stage, because of everything the person have done, you become indebted to them and you cannot move again. You just say he's a nice person and that's why you're getting married to him. Niceness is not just a reason to get married. No. Kindness is not just a reason to get married. There are a lot of other things that make marriage work. So it's important that you learn to opt out the moment you notice, hey, nah, I have to go. I'm sorry, the word there is supposed to be match. I wrote march instead of match. I'm sorry about that. I hope you're following me. If you're following me, please put one in the comment section. Put one. If you're with me and you're following, put one in the comments. So what are the things that we should even talk about when we get into the talking stage? What are the things that we must learn to talk about? How do we navigate it? Number one, there's a hierarchy. It's not everything about yourself that you say at the talking stage. Not everything. Not when you meet a guy. It's not everything you tell the person that day. It's not everything you tell the person that first month. It's not everything you tell the person that second month. I hope you're getting me. Now, what are the things you tell people? Number one, you want to talk about yourself. And when we say you want to talk about yourself, guys, guess what? You're not talking about your pains. You're not talking about your negative past first. Those are not what you bring to the table. I've had a situation where somebody tells me, oh, I went to see a guy, and then I had to tell him, oh, that I had a child out of wedlock, I had this, I had that, oh, I have endometriosis, and la 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 la. No, those are not the things you say on the first date, the first few weeks you're meeting somebody. He has not even asked you out yet. You're already telling them the challenges you have. No, you're telling them, oh, I'm in the university, I've not even paid my school fees, I've not even done this. No, those are not what you do. You tell them about yourself, the good things about yourself, the little achievements that you've had, your religious background, your value system. Is important you share your value system with this person. It is from there you begin to know, okay, so what do you value most in life? What are your goals? What are your visions? You want to know if the person even if the person is even serious about themselves. So by the time you are sharing this, you will know whether your energy match or not. Somebody is telling you, probably you're chatting and somebody is telling you're asking the person, where do you see yourself in life or something, and the person is saying, me, I'm not thinking about life now, I'm thinking about now, can't you see that Tinubu is this and all of that? And meanwhile, you already have your own 10-year plan, you have your own 5-year plan. You already know, wait, this person, we cannot go the same way because of, I don't know if you're with me on this, because the person is not aligning with your values. You're with somebody now and the person is saying, the person calls somebody and says, I'm at the bus stop, or the person says, I'm in Abuja already. Meanwhile, the person is at Ogba. You'll be wondering, and you're somebody that does not tell, like, maybe, right? You'll be able to know, oh no, our energy does not match. Oh, this person tells lies. Oh, this person does this. So number one, you tell them about yourself. Number two, tell them about your goals, your value. Ask them to, what I'm saying, you also ask. You're telling them about yourself, they're telling you about themselves. You're talking about your goals, they're talking about their goals as well. You're talking about your value system, they're talking about their value system. Number three, you want to talk about your beliefs. What do you believe in? What are your belief system? So I believe that in life, a woman should not work, housewife, it's housewife thing and all of those things. If a man cannot take care of me, parent, that kind of thing. All of those things, those are beliefs. You want to share your beliefs with this person, with all of them. It might not be one, because it's okay to have many talking stages. I mean, a lot of people are talking to you at the same time, right? So you are sharing all of these things with them. So you want to also share your biases. What are your biases? Things that you do not like, things that no, they are deal breakers for you, things that irritate you. So when you share all of this, is you realize that it's like a syllabus. It's like there are a lot of things to discuss when you are at the talking stage level, so that you will know whether to run away or to stay. To run away or to stay. Finally, yes, you also talk about issues about marriage. Or what do you think about a woman working? Or what do you think about a man bringing all the money to the table? Or what do you think about a woman that cannot cook? What do you think about this? Because at the end of the day, even though you're not thinking about the future too much with them, you also want to know if they can take some certain things in relationship and in marriage. So you want to talk about issues that surround marriage. You ask them, what do you think about a woman waiting before marriage? Some people do not like it and say, no, a woman must get pregnant before she gets married. In our family, in our tradition, in our culture, you want to talk about it, so that it's not when you now say yes, you now follow them to the village when they want to introduce you to their uncle or to their father, grandfather, and all of those things, and they say, oh no, you have to sit on a mortar, and you're like, no, my religion is against it, and all of those things. If you have talked about it in the talking stage, things, little would you have surprises, little would things surprise you when you get into the relationship proper, or you get into marriage. So again, I said these are the things you can talk about at the talking stage. You talk about yourself, you ask them about themselves. Number two, you talk about your goals, you also ask them about their goals. You talk about value system and belief system. Number four, you also talk about biases as well, and then you talk about issues that surround marriage, so that docking stage for you is not just going to the cinemas, it's not just going to parties or church services and all of those things. A whole syllabus is there for you to discuss when it comes to talking stage. If you're with me on this, if you agree with me on this, kindly say yes in the comment section. Put yes. And if you do not agree, just hold on your thoughts. There will be time for question and answers so that we can deal with them one after the other. Anybody agree with me on this? Do you think it's okay? Do you think I'm making sense bit by bit? Is it making it all right now? Anybody? All right. Thank you. Let's go. Now, how do you navigate self-love? Number one, it's important to have enough, navigate talking stage. It's important to have enough self-love. If you do not love yourself enough, you will not, by the time anybody just comes to you, you will just be quick to fall for them. A lot of people do not have love enough for themselves, and they are hoping people can validate them or people can love them. But it's important to have it, because you cannot give what you don't have. And the moment people hold on to or deprive you of love or deprive you of validation, you become miserable. And the relationship will become miserable as well. But if you are somebody that have shown yourself your own love language, you are used to telling yourself how much you love yourself. When people treat you like trash, you will easily be able to yank them off. You know why? Because it does not align with your personal goals and your personal love. So to be able to get the best from talking stages and relationship as a whole, you need to love yourself. How do you know you love yourself? You need to ask yourself that question. How do I know I love myself? What are the signs that I've shown to myself enough to know that I love myself? How do you know you love yourself? What are the things you've done to you to be able to say, yes, I love myself? Some of us say nasty things to ourselves. Some of us treat our body like trash, but you appreciate other people. So when people treat you like trash, you will not even be able to differentiate. But it's in the marriage you now realize that I'm becoming so miserable, I'm having anxiety, I'm not this person is it. When people deprive you, you will just want to kill yourself. Number two, know what you want from a relationship. Know what you want from a relationship. So what do I want in a relationship? What are the things I look out for in a relationship? All of us, most of the time, we know what we want in a man. We know what we want in a woman. But we do not know what we want in a relationship. I just want a God-fearing, I just want somebody beautiful, somebody respectful, somebody, somebody that, and all of those things. We have it listed out. But we're not certain of the things we want in a relationship. So if you know what you want, I want a relationship where we work in understanding, we work with love. I want a relationship where our goal is to get married, or our goal is to build a marriage that will last. All of those certain things. Those are the things. So if you have what you want in a relationship, when somebody comes to you and the person say, babe, you fine, oh, make I, let just marry me next week, come and see my parents, you will be able to ask them, what are the things you want in a relationship? When that person say, I just want to flex, you will know, I'm not ready to flex. So me, I want something serious. I want something that is leading to marriage. Sorry, I don't want something that leads to marriage. I want something that will be lasting. I want something, know what you want in a relationship first off. Know what you want in a relationship first off. Another one is having goals and vision. You remember that I said that you should talk about goals, talk about visions. It's important that personally, as a man, you should have your 1 year plan. As a woman, you should have your 1 year plan. Yes, the situation of the country is terrible. Yes, things are getting expensive every day. But what do you want to achieve in a year? Another 365 days should not go without you achieving anything, should without you having a report to say, yes, this is what I did this year. So when somebody is coming on board, when you are adding somebody to you, when you're having a relationship, or when you're getting, when a woman is coming, when a man is coming into your life, let there be something they will meet on ground, so that both of you will be able to work together. People that you see that their relationship is working, they have something they are both working on together. There is a vision they both have, there is a plan they both have. Before you know it, they are doing it intertwining, they are working together, and things are working out well. So it's not just I love you, I love you, I love you, because a time will come you won't even remember to say I love you to each other. But the things you'll be saying is, babe, have you done that project? Oh, what are you doing about that thing? Oh, have you submitted this? Have you submitted? Those are the things that becomes the love languages in those at those points in time. But when you do not have something to work with, when you do not have goals, when you do not have visions, in fact, what do you talk about in a relationship? Really, what makes life, if they are not the things that both of you are doing, either separately or individually, I mean, or as a group. So both of you need to have visions and goals. Now when the person says I want to be a pastor, you're like, I'm sorry, oh, I can't marry a pastor. I'm sorry, oh, I don't want to be a mommy Gio. I'm sorry, oh, I don't want to be a daddy Gio. You want, person says, yeah, at the end of it all, the peak of my career is to be the president. And you're like, so if you become the president now, am I going to be the first husband or second husband? You know, that kind of thing. That's because you both have talked about it. When somebody says, oh, I want to be the president, you're like, oh, have you joined a political party? There will be a lot of things to, in fact, talk about, because you people are talking about goals. Like, have you joined the party? Oh, join this party. Oh, I have an uncle that is in this party. Oh, why not start from being a councillor? Why not start from being the local government chairman? Before you know it, oh, I can help you do this. I can help you do that. And that creates bond. That creates connection. That creates interest. More things to talk about. More things to make you bond. Because words actually make people bond, right? It makes people bond. At this point, I need a charger. I'm saying it out so that the person on the other hand will bring the charger to me. Right. Another one is learn to appreciate yourself and others. Yes, so, and on this call, if you're in a place that is quiet, I just want you to appreciate yourself. A number of times we don't know how to appreciate ourselves. We appreciate everybody. You have said thanks. Somebody gives you water, you say thank you. Somebody gives you plates, you say thank you. Somebody does this, you say thank you. When did you appreciate yourself? Have you appreciated yourself for the food you're eating? Have you appreciated yourself for the bills you pay? Like, just say, FT, you did do well. FT, you are doing fantastically well. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate yourself. I'm saying it on this call. Not say something nice to yourself. Say something beautiful. Say something very, very fantastic to yourself, that when people do not say it to you, you don't feel offended, you don't feel sad, you don't feel a certain way. In fact, these are the things that make people become very unhappy in relationship, and you think, oh, the person is not giving you what you want and all of those things. I'm still here. Oh, I'm still here. Oh, so sorry. I think I pressed something. All right. So
Are we together? Are we together? Please, are we together? I guess we are. Yes. So appreciate yourself. Say something nice to you. Show yourself a sense of gratitude. Let yourself know you're doing well. Not until somebody tells you that. A lot of people have said yes to relationship because when the guy came like this, he started saying nice things, sweet things, beautiful things to the person. I'm finding Ele Madroti, I'm going to stay with this person just because the person swept them off their feet with nice words. But when somebody comes and says nice things to you, when you already know how to appreciate yourself, it will let you be able to see other aspects of that person rather than just the words the person says to you, rather than the things the person says to you. So you're not just carried away with words, right? Number five, don't divulge all your past at once. Say it bit by bit. You want to know that this person you're in a talking stage with, it already looks like I want to say yes to this person. Honestly, I like this guy. Honestly, visions check, answers check, religious check, spiritual check. You know, all of those things you have check, 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 check. But you know that you have a past, right? But you want to tell this person, you don't even know how to tell this person. You want to sample their feelings, sample them first, and see what they think about that issue. For example, if you tell somebody, I'm sorry I'm using this, before you say to tell somebody that, oh, I was raped, right? You want to ask them, oh, what do you feel about this thing, now this issue about rape, or what do you feel about it? And the person say, I can't even imagine somebody to, you will not go further by telling the person, right? You will just try to just maybe end the talking stage and all of those things, rather than just come and say that I've been raised, and the person will just say no, no, all of those things, no. So learn to sample them, sample their opinion about your past before you divulge anything to people, before you divulge anything to them, right? And also tell them bit by bit. It's not the first time that you want to tell them that I have a child out of wedlock. It's not that day that you now say, hey, in 1940, as I entered the house, I want to now raise me, or that's when I now gave birth. No, 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 no. You don't do that. You don't do that. Like I said, there was a relationship I'm aware of that the person just went there. The person has been praying for the relationship. I mean, and somebody just says hi, and then you had a sit down with that person. Before you know, or you say Jack, you start telling the person, my mommy and my daddy, they fought. Oh. In fact, it's my mommy that killed my daddy. You know, all of those things. You don't say it at once. You don't say it at once. Some of it the person will figure out. Some of it you have to actually say, but learn to tell your story bit by bit so that they don't run away, right? Some people can actually take it, but because you said it once, it can come as a shock to them, right? Now, this one is very dicey. It says learn to say no to many good ideas. So in talking stage, right, you have not said yes to this person, and this person offers to come and be picking you every day at work, right? You're picking you every day at work is a good idea, honestly. It will save you fare, it will save you stress, it will save you a whole lot of things. But come to think of it, the moment you spend so much time with some certain people, you will realize that you get so fond of them, and you will not be able, it will cloud your judgment about them, and you become indebted to them. When they say, now let's come and see my mommy, come and see this, the girl that I'm dating, this, you know, you will not be able to say, no, we're not dating, right? Because you have already enjoyed the benefits of somebody they are dating. Guess what? When people even see you together too much, people just assume that you are with brother A, you are with sister B, you know, that kind of thing. Meanwhile, another person that really, really wants to ask you out, or another person that is really eyeing you, will just think you've been taken. Meanwhile, you're not taken. So spending time with people, or with people asking you out, is really good. But you want to check it, you want to balance it. Not every time. You know, they say, let's go out. Yesterday you went to the cinema. Today they are calling you again, come and take ice cream. Tomorrow they are calling you again, come and let's go for one program. Let's go for one conference. You want to put space in between so that your judgments are not clouded, honestly. Because if you allow too much time with them, yes, your eyes are opened, but at the same time, The moment you stay too much with people, you get fond of them. Number last, check for belief systems and biases. I already mentioned that. Check belief and biases. Now, in stage, I get to see a lot of red flags. Also at the talking stage, right? I was counseling a woman that was married for 14 years, and she was saying that, oh, I regret being with this person. Like after 2 months of their marriage, that's when their marriage broke down. But they both agreed that they would stay together because they needed to stay together. A lot of things are tied to their being staying together. They do not want to raise children in a separate home and all, but yet they fight so much and all of those things. So she was saying, her initial boyfriend, broke up with her, and then this other person just came and started consoling her. Oh, don't mind him. Oh, how can men be so wicked? Oh, and you're pretty. Oh, how can he not see these wonderful gifts? How can he not know that he's losing and all of those things? And before you know, she just said, the guy just took advantage of the. Sorry, please. The guy took advantage of the situation and said, "Oh, I like you," and all of those. And she said yes because it was just the available person at that time. And guess what? After she said yes into the relationship, they got married not so long after. And she realized that, oh, this guy, I don't even like him. I do not have any connection with this person. But it's too late. It's too late. So one thing she said that stood out was the fact that when somebody says too many nice things about themselves and not say any negative thing about themselves, you don't have to have a negative past, but you can let people know. I mean, be vulnerable that, oh, I don't like yam, oh, yam turns my tummy. Oh, I used to fast too. Oh, I go to the toilet too. You know, that kind of thing. Just have something you do not like. It's not everything you like. So she was like, the guy likes everything about as at that time. No shortcoming, nothing. Do you like this? The guy likes it. Do you like this? The guy likes it. Do you like this? He likes it. But when she got married, she realized that no, the guy did not like everything about her. It was just an attempt to get her, and he got her wonderful, but the relationship didn't work. Now, so how do we identify red flags in talking stage? Number one, when the other person makes it all about themselves, they do not give room for the other party to speak. So you're like, so tell me about you, and the person goes, says everything, but when it is your turn to say something, they do not care. They just shut you out. Do you get? They just shut you down. When it is your turn to speak, to get stuff, to do stuff, they just shut you out. They do not care how you feel. You should already know that no, this person will not allow you to be vulnerable. This person will not allow you equal opportunity in the relationship and all of that. Relationship is about the two of you. When you're speaking, allow the other person to also talk. Allow the other person to hear their minds. Allow the other person to hear their opinions as well. But when somebody shuts you down, does not allow you to talk, always wanting to have the final say, just know that no, 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 I cannot deal. Number two, when you are invalidated or make you feel like they are doing you a favor by asking you out or by talking to you. Take your shoes, run away. When you don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back at all. How would you be with somebody and they will tell you, I'm helping you? This happens to a lot of people from broken homes. It happened to me. I remember one guy that was asking me out and saying, see, you cannot see anybody to marry you. Nobody wants to marry somebody from a broken home. I'm like, really? Really? Are you telling me that? And like, I'm doing you a favor. I just said, no, 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 no. I don't want somebody that wants to do me a favor. I want somebody that's bringing favor and I'm also bringing favor. You know, that kind of thing. So I'm even the one helping you here because if I want to see that wife finds a good and not from the Lord. Do you get? So it's important. Number three, lack of respect for your time and resources, especially when you have to meet. The times you have to meet, they will give excuses. The time you have to meet, give excuses. The time they will give excuses. And they are chatting like, hey, are we together? Are we in this relationship? They are not saying yes, they are not saying no, but always giving excuses. Just know that run away. The person is not meant for you. It's just talking stage, it's not even relationship. No. Number four, the person is always comparing you with their past, saying, Shola was not like this. So I remember my ex. My ex even said yes 2 months after. I've been asking you out, you are still there. Or what's even wrong with you? My ex is not this. You want to go and let's go to the cinema. My ex like this. My ex this that. My ex like that. Don't agree, Salo. Don't allow anybody to compare you. My ex had money. If you want somebody that has money, go and meet your ex. Go and meet your ex. Number five, they are always busy for a real discussion, but like to have you around. There are a lot of people that do that. They will call you to come over. They will take you to places. They will take you to everywhere. They will be showing you off to people. But the moment you say, "What are we?" they will not say anything. The moment you say, "Oh, think about marriage," they will not say anything. But they just want you to. They want you to be available for them at all times. It is a red flag. Red, 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 red. So that you're not mistaking it for carnival lights. Run away. Number six, they are inconsistent. They rekindle their talk this month and the next month they are gone. Some people will tell you, babe, I like you in January. In August, they will go. They will not say anything. Maybe they meet you in a party. They will not say, now, remember what I was telling you, babe, I like you now, what's up? And everything. The moment you exchange contacts again, thinking they would come back or they will call you later in the day or something, it's till next year, till the day they see you again. Run for those kind of people. They don't have you in mind. Maybe they are just carried away with your features or with your appearance or anything, right? Why is it that it's only when they see you they remember that they like you? Why is it that it's only when they see you that they remember that, and I told my mom about you, and I love you, and my Torito? Is a lie. Number seven, they want to initiate sex even before you say yes to cloud your judgment. A lot of guys do this. A lot of girls also do it. You've not said yes, but they've invited you to their house. And then by the time you get to their house, they're like, babe, I'm asking you out now. And I'll just say yes now. And before you know it, they're trying to kiss you. They're trying to, and all of them, just to show you, they're trying to show you they are romantic. They're trying to show you that they like you. But the ways and manner they are going about it is wrong. If it is still talking stage, don't give in for sex will cloud your opinion, especially ladies, right? By the time you give all, you feel like, oh, he has even had it, let me just say yes to him. It clouds your opinion. Number eight, be careful of people that when they share their story, everybody is a villain. Be careful of them. By the time they are talking to you, you're like, what happened between you and your like, my ex was a madman. No. Oh, what happened between you and your daddy? My daddy was a stupid man. What happened between you and the great man? My great man is a stupid. They just, everything in their story is bad. They are the only good person in that story. Be careful of them. The whole world cannot be bad. The whole world cannot be. You need people that take actions for themselves, for their mistakes. People that take responsibility for their mistake. They'll be like, oh, I was the one that was at fault. Honestly, I overstepped my boundary with the last relationship. They come out plain. You will know that those people are in the moment and those people are taking responsibility for their past mistakes and error. But when people tell you everybody's bad, it was my mommy that did this, it was my daddy that did this, before you know it, if you say no to, or if your relationship did not eventually work out, they too will cancel you as a villain. And those kind of people most of the times are the one responsible for their problems, are the one responsible for a lot of errors in their past relationship. So you want to be careful of those kind of people. Number 9, they get angry when your response is slow. You're busy, you have a lot of things to do. Sometimes they may not even be the only one you're speaking to. Even if they are the only one you're speaking to, it is when you have the time, honestly, not because you want to take them for granted, and your response maybe is slow. And they go like, I've been texting you since morning. What's wrong with you? Why can't you respond? You have not said yes to this person, no. But the person is already giving you attitude. The person is already showing you that no, 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 no. I don't take nonsense. You want to run away from people like that because they can be worrisome, and those kind of people may not be able to control their anger or their or themselves, right? Number 10, be careful of people that your conversation with them is boring, very boring. They are not fun to be with. I'm not saying people that boring is dicey, right? But what I mean is You know, when they are chatting you, they are not saying much. It's just cold, right? When they are calling you, have you eaten? Have you slept? Have you woken up? And that's all. You know, it's just boring. If people are not having real talks, they are not having real conversation. Is it every day that they are asking you, have you eaten? Have you eaten? Have you eaten? There's more to life than food. There's more to life than, have you slept? Did you wake up on the right side? Did you wake up on the left side? There are more to that, right? So if you need people that matches your energy, you need people that matches your energy, you need people that matches your beliefs, you need people that matches your emotions as well, right? I think, okay, that's about that. Now, in conclusion, I don't know why it's still not showing. The network is very, very awesome at the moment. So, in conclusion, put yourself first in every talking stage, in every relationship. Yes, you love this person, but you want to look beyond the love, you want to look beyond the emotions, because at the end of the day, is your life. At the end of the day, you don't want to be with people that will put trouble on you. You don't want to be with people that will make you unhappy, that will make you have panic attacks or anxiety, or people that do not respect you. So, at the talking stage is what lays the foundation for your relationship. So, therefore, put yourself first. Whatever do not align with you, whatever do not align with your emotions, that do not align with your visions and every otherwise, you say no and quickly cut them off. At the talking stage, you put yourself first. When you get into the relationship, you cannot put both of you first and all of those things. But talking stage, you want to see if this is for me or not. With having said all of this, having said all of this, I've come to the end. Can you hear me, please? All right. So, do we have questions? Do we have questions? Right. Do we have questions? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. If you have questions, please unmute. I thought somebody was raising their hand. So if you have questions, please. Okay. Shay David, please. Shay David, please unmute and ask your question.
Okay. Um, Good evening, ma'am, and thank you for the opportunity to be here. Okay, my question is, I don't know, in the talking stage of a relationship, um, what if you find out that the person you're talking to is not, okay, let me use the word as a pretender, but this person has been trying to, get along with you and um just get along with you, and you find out eventually that okay, maybe she's not the right person for you. And what step can you take? What step can you take? That is number one. And my second question is, um in the talking stage of a relationship, okay, what level can we get to say okay, we are there, that we can proceed to getting married, having an agreement. We have gotten to a level of reaching an agreement. Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you question that you said that you're with somebody and the person is pretending. The talking stage is that point where the person has not said yes. You're just looking at it that, oh, I like this person. You approach her and you're saying, oh, I like you. The person is saying, oh, I'll think about it and all of those things. If it's at that stage that the person, you find out that the person is lying, if you're not okay with it, right, you can break off. You can, just stop asking the person out, or you can even apologize to all of those things. But in fact, sometimes you don't even need to say I'm sorry. You just move on, and that is it, right? Because it depends on you in the first place. Do you want to be the one that is lying to you? Do you want to be with someone that is not taking you serious? Because when you get married to this person, those little things, those little lies, they become really big issues. They become really big trust issues. That time you begin to doubt, am I even the owner of this child? Am I even the owner of the money that she's saying, claiming that, am I the one that bought these shoes? But where did she get the shoes from? It becomes a big issue, even though it's a very small, right? So you want to be sure, oh, do I want to be with this person? So it's something you need to reflect on to say, I want to see if I can be with this person. How much is this life going to cost us in this relationship? If it's going to cost you, you cut away from them. But if it's something you think you can work on, why not? At the end of the day, it is you. Remember, I said put yourself first. So the second question, which you said, is that at what point do you know if you should move further into relationship or marriage? I mean, into marriage. The moment the person says yes to you, you have already checked, oh, belief system is aligned, features is aligned, religious, it's aligned, everything is looking aligned, check for you. At that point, you can now say, I think I want to marry you. Oh, I think I want to propose to you. I think I want to do this. Right. So you put the cart before the horse. Do you get? So it's at that point. Right. Any person with hands, anybody, I thought I was raising a hand. Can't really see it from my end. But if you're raising your hand, please just unmute. Have questions. If you have any- I don't. If you have any question, all right. Joseph, you are raising up your hand.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello. Good evening,
Yes,
ma'am.
I can hear you. Please go ahead
Okay.
with your
Okay. Good evening,
question.
ma'am. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, ma'am. I'm so blessed tonight. So my question is this. Okay. I want to be realistic now. It's just about me. Maybe I just.
You, sir?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you. We're breaking.
Okay. So I said, there's a lady I met of recent that I think will really pick. But she when I told her about my intention, I don't want to beat around the bush. I want to come out pray. So I told her. She said like she wants to pray about it, and later on she told me she prayed on it. I want to ask, man, at this stage, is it talking stage? Can I continue like trying to know her more or something like that, or I should just I don't know. I just want to ask whether it's this talking stage has started already like that.
Okay, so if I get you have already
Can you hear me, man?
What you mean? You want to pray about it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can still that's talking stage. You can still get to know more about the person, right? We're not saying that in talking stage you guys shouldn't talk anymore, or there should be one great wall between you people. No, talking stage is actually the time you get to know the thing more. So even though she's praying about it, you still want to ask her, okay, so what do you like? What are your hobbies? What are the things, all of those things. You want to ask her, oh, man, oh, what are you doing now? Oh, she's writing exams. Are you reading? So little concerns here and there. Those concerns that you're showing, just let the person think that you're really interested in them. It's not really back and 12 months showing, that kind of thing. No, it's just still the time to get to know that person more. So it's a stalking stage, and you can still learn more about the person. Right. The only thing we're saying is just don't get too involved. That when the person now says no, you're now so heartbroken and you're like, I've spent so much. I've spent so much. When I was taking you out, why can't you say no? So eventually you come and tell me no, and you're doing all of this with me. My uncles have seen you, my aunties have seen you, all of this. No, that's what I'm saying. Let there be clear boundaries to guessing well. Ibu Modupe,
Um, Good evening,
please
everyone.
unmute so that I can ask your question.
Yes, I have. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, FT.
Good
Um,
evening.
Thank you for the
Good evening.
opportunity. Um, I really enjoyed this program and I've been looking forward to it. Yes, I actually wanted to mention that when you said do not spend so much time with people you haven't said yes to, but I now realize you have answered the question I wanted to ask about that. Because the talking stage is the stage where you get to know
Oh,
one another, you get to know each other better. And I was trying to think when you said we shouldn't spend so much time with them in order not to be fond of them. But I realized that this person you answered the question now, you have already expatiated on that. Because to me,
yes,
the talking stage would be the stage
yes,
where you
yes.
get to know each other better, right? So my question now is, okay, when you have decided to say yes, you have the conviction that that person is you're meant to be, and all along you you are getting to know each other better by the day, even though you can't know everything at once. After some time, the person starts to, I won't say misbehave, I would say the level of relationship gets to drop. And at that point, what do you do? The person is not talking about what the problem is, and you keep asking, what's the problem? Is there anything the matter? Is there anything I've done? But the person is not saying anything. So, and for months, it's just mute. What do you do at that stage? At that point, what do you do?
And it's just still the talking stage, but both of you have said yes.
You have agreed to get married. You have said yes to each other.
Okay. So that's not. Thank you for the question. Why am I echoing? Okay, I'm no longer. Wait. Am I echoing people?
No,
Yes, ma'am. Your voice
Okay.
is echoing.
it's not echoing here.
Am I still echoing?
No, you are
Yes,
not.
ma'am.
No,
Wow.
no.
Please just hold on. All right. So I can actually hear myself. I'm echoing. I'm trying to.
Oh,
ma. Excuse me, ma. Miss Shojuka
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
she should mute herself rather. She's the one causing the airport.
Okay, so can you hear me now? Am I still echoing?
No, ma, it's better
All
now.
right.
No, no echo.
All right.
No,
Thank
ma'am,
you.
it's
Thank you.
fine
I
now.
really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, so if you're with someone, you've passed the talking stage, there were convictions here and there, and the person is now giving silent treatment, right? It's important that because marriage is such a big deal, marriage is a place where both of you have to be in it fully. It takes two to tango. It doesn't take one person. So if the person is not willing to go forward with the relationship and all, you would really want to sit that person down to ask them. If the person is not giving a serious answer, and the person is telling you nothing, 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 but the person energy level has dropped, the person is not more as active as before, and all of those things. That's not the energy you want to take into your marriage. See, you have lots of years to stay together, married to this person, right? So you don't want to go in with a bad level of energy or bad vibe, right? So you want to sit that person down to say, please, I need you to talk. I need you to drive this ship. I need you to be at the forefront. What is happening? If the person says, back on me, I'm not going to say anything, nothing is the problem and all. It is important that you have people that you can speak to when it comes to marriage and relationship. Normally, we say no third party in your marriage, no third party, no third party. Truthfully, no third party in a relationship, honestly. But there are certain people that it is important that you must have. It's either you have a relationship coach or mentor, or you have mentors that you can speak to, because everybody needs somebody that can drag them back. Everybody needs to be accountable to somebody. There are sometimes in a marriage whereby your partner will want to do, I'm not the first person to ask you to be sorry. But if there's somebody that you people both both of you are accountable to, it's important that you will speak to that person and the person will be able to help you guys solve, or speak to that person. And even if the person cannot open up to you, the person will be able to open up to them to say, I don't know how to say no to that girl, Neil. I don't know how to, the person will open up. So what I've said is, speak to them. If they wouldn't speak to you, speak to somebody that can speak to them, right? And even if they will not budge, it's at that point, because it's about putting yourself first and putting what you want in life and in marriage forward, right? So you now say to them, if this is going to continue, I don't think I want to be in a marriage where the other person is not fully responsive or responsible about the marriage or relationship, right? So those are the ways you can get them to talk. And if the person say, thank God, I've been waiting for you to say you are no more doing again, because a lot of guys, guys and ladies do, when they don't want a relationship anymore. They don't want to be the first person to say I'm not doing. So they'll just start doing silent treatment here and there. And when you're tired, you go. So you want, so that you don't waste your time, you want to do all of those things and move on quickly. Right, Mr. Olawale, I hope I've answered your question, Ibukun Shodipo.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Mr. Olawale, your hands are raised. Can you kindly unmute so that we can?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the session. It was really enlightening. So my question is, for someone you are interested in, so is it advisable to ask if the person is in a relationship? So does that make sense? Or what's the idea around that?
Like, is it advisable to ask if the person is in a relationship?
Yes.
Yes, so it's very, very advisable. Ask them, are you in a relationship? So that you will not be shipping, you will not be casting your net in an empty place. In a place where it will not yield. Do you get? So it's okay to ask them, sir, are you in a, I mean, ma, are you in a relationship? If the person says in a relationship, you might even be liking somebody that is already married or somebody that has 3 children. And because you don't see children around the person, right? So it's better you ask them, excuse me, are you in a relationship? Of course, one of the things to do as guys is that when you want to ask a lady out, it's not just that thing that you will come and say you don't know her before, you don't know, maybe you just know her around not too frequently. The first thing you're doing is the baby, I like you. Of course, you may say no, right? So you can be friends with that person first, and then ask if they are in a relationship or not. Another thing is for that you have said, because friends with that, we know whether she's in a relationship or not. You will know because somebody that you've been speaking to, that the friendship was really, really not just to take advantage of her. It was pure intentions and all. So the person would already speak to you, right? The person will already speak to you. I'm in a relationship or not. I don't know why my video is going off and on, but it's fine. Right. So it's very good to ask. Oh, very, very good. Like you will not go and meet Waterloo. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Mr. Olawale, did I answer your question, please?
Yes, you answered. Just that what I'm talking about is it kind of like kills the suspense. You understand? Like,
It kind of like do
let's
what?
say, like kills the suspense. Like the person you already know you were going to ask them out and all of that. So
I get what you're saying. That's why it's good to be friends first. Do you get? Even if you are not friends, some of our friends we know. You just ask around. Somebody you like, you want to ask, you want to date, just ask around. Who is this girl? They'll tell you, no, she's getting married next week. Leave her. And she's single. People will tell you. Do you get? So it's important you are friends. Because if you just go and meet the person, I say, of course, the person will know that you wanted to ask them out now. Do you get? All right. Do we still have any other
thank you.
question or we're done? Any other question? I can't see now. All right. I think we're done. So how was the session for you guys? Everybody, how did it go? How was the session? Please just say something
It
in the
was
comments. I
wonderful,
really
man.
want to know how it went. I really want to know if it was worth it for you guys. No, I don't want thumbs up. Oh, I want real comments. You people should comment, please. I can't see. So nobody has anything to say concerning this session. Ha! Holy Ghost. Thank you, Blessing. She says it was impactful. Mr. Emmanuel says it's an eye opener. He says he says I'm here to learn. It was enlightening and awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Please keep it coming. How was it for you, honestly? How was the session for you? If you still have question, I can still take one more question. Anybody? Right. So every other person on this call, it was not insightful for you. Ah, all right. Okay. Person said I have been having some questions, so someone answered. Okay, I get. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. I have a question. Is there a particular age to get into a serious relationship? Honestly, no age. Oh. Regina Daniels is married though. Do you get? And she got married at 16 or so. Right. Um Thank you. Says it's impactful. There's no particular age for a serious relationship. The moment you are ready. If you think I am 18, I have my work, I have my business, I am ready to start childbearing, I am ready for love, I'm ready for all the responsibility that marriage brings. Bring it on. And there's somebody asking you out. Why not? I wanted to get married at the age of 18. but there was nobody asking me out at that time, and I had not gotten admission. So, so I have to give myself brain play. What's wrong with you, girl? Do you want to? What do you want to be? Do you get? Oh, thank you all so much. Rosemary, you have a question. So I say that's quite funny. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love it. I love it. So, Mr. Damilare, please, can you help me screenshot all of these things that people are sending? I just do not want to tamper with the way the laptop is right now. If I feel like if I touch it, I will not be able to screenshot. But please, let me do that, please. Let me do that. Right. So Rosemary says, how do we navigate? Rosemary, please, can you unmute to ask the question, please? Rosemary, yeah.
Yeah, okay. The question is, I'll give a story. So let me give you a form of a
Okay.
story. I think it will be better that way. So there is this lady.
Mm-hmm.
She actually saw the guy first, and maybe in the place of prayer, God just mentioned the guy to her, and then she is convinced, but the guy is not even in the mood or is not even ready for anything called relationship. And now, obviously, this lady can't go to the guy first to say, I like you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if he's right. But then, having all that situation, all the lady can just do is pray and keep talking to the guy in a way he's not going to suspect or so. So, I mean, that kind of situation, what do the lady do? Because it's quite, I don't know if you understand me, ma.
I get you. I get your question.
Yeah.
I get your question. It's dicey, right? But I have this very funny friend. He says this thing. He says that if God can talk to you, God can talk to me. Right? Honestly, the lady has to wait until the guy comes to meet her, except if God says she should go. And if she has to even go, if she has to even go, it has to be that God had given her the steps to take to go. You know, just like Boaz and what's her name now? Ruth in the Bible, just like them, right? Naomi, her mother-in-law, that, well, go and meet this man. He will marry you. He will do this. He will do that. And Ruth was like, how will I go? I'm not this. Even Boaz already knew that he liked Ruth, right? But Naomi had to tell her that position yourself in a way that the man can see you, right? You know, so I understand that thing about positioning and all of it. But God has to be able to speak to that man because he's not even in that space. Maybe the man is looking for money. Maybe the man is looking to do other things, right? Or maybe the man is not even in that head space, which is okay. Honestly, it's very okay. So she just has to speak to God, to speak to him. Because if it's a big deal for her, she has to continue praying so that God will speak to him. I personally know, if I mention the name of the pastor, quite a number of people will know him. He's a popular young pastor, youth pastor. The lady was the one that knew 3 years before the man came to meet her, right? The lady was the one that knew before the man came to meet her. So she and her best friend just kept on praying. But what she did was that she made sure the man does not know her from anywhere. What she did was that she made sure that she attends program where the man is. She didn't go and meet the man to say, God told me, and she didn't go to his face to start showing up and say all of these things. No. A lot of ladies were already flocking around the guy anyways. But when the man had a mentorship kinikon, you know, all of those youth, young people thing, she attended. It was while in attendance and while they were speaking, you know, when you're in class, when you're asking them, what do you think about this? What do you think? You know, the way the person was talking, the man said, no, this person is sounding the way I want to sound. The way I said it, some people will already guess. This person is sounding the way I want to sound. This person is talking the way I want to be talked to and all of those things. And that was it. That was just it. And by the time they gave assignments, he just knew that no, this person is my person and all of that. Some people know already guess who I'm talking about. Right. So the person honestly have to wait. The person honestly have to wait. And the person, because the person is a spiritual person, so the person would just speak to God and let God take over from there, so that you will not go and speak the voice of a man. Meanwhile, the voice of God is better, honestly. Right. So far so good. I think we're taking all the question. I said, somebody said I have a question too. Rosemary, did I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you did. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes. Mr. Olawale, Oluwatobi says, I have a question. Can you work in alignment with what your pastor says about you marrying someone, even if you have no confirmation personally from God? People of God, this is a serious matter. A lot of people fall into this. Honestly, your pastor is your shepherd, is somebody you respect. Your pastor may have looked at your personality and say, this person will be nice for Broshola. Oh. You know, a lot of people do matchmaking, which is good, right? And there's the place of God to hear that God speaks to you about this person. And also, how does God speak to you? Because some of us sometimes we're waiting for God to say, well, Mr. Wale, I've already prepared one fine date for you. She's wearing yellow and black, you know, that kind of thing. Right. So God must have been speaking to you before about certain things, before he can speak to you about relationship. Noted. Now, can you align yourself with what your pastor is saying? It's okay, honestly, for people to matchmake people. It's very okay. But if you have not gotten confirmation, it's okay to also tell your pastor, please, can I pray about it? Please, I want to take some time to reflect on it and all of it. The thing is, a lot of people do not really take out time to be able to speak to their pastor on it, to say, give me time to do this. You know, they just believe that, my pastor is a man of God. If he says it, let me just go. Do you get? Your pastor is not going to be in the marriage with you. Your partner is not going to be with you with that person. So you want to be sure that I'm ready for this. I'm aligning with this. I want this person as well before you agree with it. So it's okay to speak to your pastor that, please, I want to hear God on this, or I want to reflect on it and all of that. Having said that, also, I don't know if it's okay to say this now. So that intentional to make relationship work. It still takes people that are intentional to make relationship work. A lot of people have heard from God, and by the time they got married, the girl snores, the girl is dirty, and all of that. And you're like, oh God, but I heard from you. Yeah, so God was really right. But you know, it will take human beings to do what human beings will do. Right. So to your pastor that you need more time to hear from God and reflect on it as well. Right, I think I've taken all the questions. Thank you all so much for joining in tonight. It was a pleasure to see each and every one of you. I appreciate it. I appreciate Joseph Ibikule, Mr. Eleshin David, Ibukun, oh, my childish friend Rosemary, Blessing, Titi Layo, Olawale, Ayodele, every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Olawale Ayodele, I really want to call everybody's name. Ibukun Fani or King Cheesy, it was good to see you. It was good to see you. Odewale Yetunde, Mr. Olatuji Oladayo. How can you reach me? Okay, so I'm going to just drop my phone number. Temitope Olagunjoye, Temitope Yemi. It's good to have you, every one of you. It's good to have you. So I'm just going to drop. My name is Feintola Daniels across all social media platforms. My name is Feintola Daniels across all social media platforms. And this is my phone number. Let me drop it now. 08066075530. That's Feintola Daniels. So I just dropped it. Thank you all very much. God bless you. So I would just like to say a prayer as we close. things that we have said. Thank you for one. Thank you because everyone settled in a way that they will bless you, in a way they will be happy in the ages. Nobody, and everyone looking for a good relationship, looking for a good partner. My father, my God, I pray, bless them with Jesus. Lord, most Lord, every relationship you will build with in the mighty name of Jesus. In Jesus' mighty name. Thank you all so much. Just for all and ways on the group and see on my social media platforms. So thank you. Thank you. Bye.